pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible.
not out there walking like a bullet. Well, that's what I Just me. All around me.
I never seen him in a while.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, oh, there's no picture. I don't see it. Perfect.
Like, hello?
Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, ask his door for my.
Well, they have to, they have to.
Yeah.
righty. Resolution number 3, going into open session. Do I have a motion? I heard Hall. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I heard Gahame. Resolved that the meeting resumes in open session. How do you vote? Obeyed? Oh, not yet. I have to vote first. How do you vote, Obeyed?
Aye.
Hedwan? Gahame?
Aye.
Hall? Aye. Aye. Resolution passes. Meeting resumed in open session at 7:58 p.m. All right. Next up are board calendar updates. So our regular scheduled meeting for March is March 6th, which is before Ramadan. And our April meeting is April 3rd, which is the last 10 days of Ramadan. So we need to reschedule our April meeting and possibly add a cow for February to get updates and do our policy reads. So we didn't do the policy reads on this agenda. Obviously, other things took precedence. We should do a policy read in February. So the first available date that works for me is, the third week, the school district has a couple days for winter break, but that Monday, February 26th, we can do 6 p.m., 5 p.m. What do you guys think? Yeah, pull out your candles.
Monday, is it?
Monday, yeah.
I won't be able to make it on Monday.
That's okay. And then the week before, I think we have, how many days of midwinter break? Two?
Tuesday,
Which one?
Monday and Tuesday, 19th and 20th.
Got it. So we could do the week before. I think we can do next week, but
Also Monday.
just no Monday? No, we can pick another day.
Yeah, you can pick up any other day.
Yeah.
Mondays, I can't, it's hard for me.
No, I understand. Okay, how about, so for 19th, 20th, how about Thursday the 22nd? It looks like I have that open. Jim, would you be available Thursday 22nd, or John?
No, I'm out.
Got it. How about Tuesday the 27th?
I'm available any
Oh.
other day.
Oh, I see what you're
Monday.
saying. Oh, yeah. Tuesday the 27th at 6?
Yeah, I can accommodate that.
Thank you.
Same here.
Same. Hall? Sorry. Headwind, sorry.
Can't accommodate anything.
That's okay. We'd have a quorum if the 4 of us are available. So we'll do, for February Committee of Whole, to do policy reads, update on the budget and capitals projects. And then for our April meeting,
It'll be 6 o'clock, correct?
yes, 6. So April 3rd is the last 10 days of Ramadan. Obviously, that's not good. And Eid could be, I don't like my echo. I'm so sorry. Hang on. Can you hear me okay if I'm back here?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So, Eid could be April 10th, so not that Wednesday. Could we do the week of the 15th, and you guys can pick the day? So no Mondays for Obey. Could we do April 16th Tuesday or April 17th Wednesday? For the rescheduled April meeting, regular business. Okay, Hall's good with either one.
Same here.
Okay. I wanna get,
Any day for me except Monday.
except Monday, Adi. Okay, can we push it to Tuesday the 16th? Yeah, actually, let's stick to Wednesdays, I'm sorry. Wednesday, April 17th at 6 p.m. We'll reschedule our regular meeting. Someone, remind me, Joanne, do we have to vote on that, or is it good just discussion?
That's good discussion.
Okay, so we have a CAP scheduled for Tuesday, February 27th at 6. The March 6th meeting still stands. The April meeting is being rescheduled for Wednesday, April 17th. Okay. And that's enough of our calendar for now. Next up, we have reports to the board. We have Ms. Warnarski to do a presentation on the rock wall purchase acknowledgement. So hello, Kim, come on up.
Hi, good evening. I just wanted to take just a few minutes of your time. I'm gonna hand you something, if you could take one, pass it down. Mr. Elhakim, I wanted to thank him for purchasing a rock wall for Ta Beta. It is actually the beginning of a larger, hopefully implementation that we do. Our kids have enjoyed it. It was installed over Thanksgiving break, so thank you, Mr. Elhakim, for that. It is truly enjoyable to see them climbing. There's a short presentation, you guys can view photos of the kids climbing and using it, and I tied some kindergarten standards. That was a class that I had pictures of. In front of you, I just wanted to let you know, March is reading month. I'm jumping ahead for myself.
Yep.
I wanted to invite you Friday, March 1st from 2 to 3 p.m. at Ta Beta Gym. We have a wax museum to celebrate Black History Month. Our 8th graders will be doing reports. It is like they're not building any kind of wax.
You said Friday, March 1st at
March 1st, 2 to 3 p.m.
2 to 3.
Yep. And there's a wax museum, so it's gonna be a live wax museum. You walk up, they're gonna have buttons you press, and they'll be able to give you a spiel about, obviously important or influential African American, in our history. In front of you is our March's Reading Month calendar that I wanted to share with you guys. We do have a guest reader week, March 10th. If you guys wanted to come in and read to a students, we do appreciate bilingual reading as well. We do have a couple of translated books in our library. If you'd like us to dig some out, we can do that for you as well. If you'd like, just reach out to me and we can plan any grade level that you want K-8. Okay?
Awesome, and then you have the presentation, or are we watching it on our own?
You can watch on your own just for a sake of time.
No, I think we have time. This is.
It's just 3 slides, literally.
Let's do it. It's
Okay.
not gonna hurt anything.
Okay.
Are the slides up?
I shared it with Joanne. It's okay if you don't, it's fine. There's pictures there.
Presentations, I thought it was just.
You're fine. Is there a way to email it to text so we can watch it? You don't have to rush.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
I can email it to you guys, literally. It's a few photos.
But you made this time, so we're gonna give it to you, so you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
We wanna see. I wanna see, well, I'm gonna get some important. Wait my turn, I can't even get a rock. It's been a long day for me. Geez, that's.
Before the agenda was due, it was Google Slides.
I know.
You want your phone there?
Is it on your phone?
It's right here.
Send it on your phone.
Is it what you got?
Very nice. I love the teamwork of the admin team. Well done. Mike, can you- That is, you're on camera. That's why I sit back here. Yeah.
What's the email?
meeting@hamtramckschools.org.
This memorized stuff.
I was able to pull the Michigan Physical Education standards. The gym teacher actually had stations set up this day, so it was nicely set up. We were really worried about safety, especially because we have a shared space with our gym and our lunchroom.
Yeah.
But the kids just took to it so well. They don't climb on it when they're not supposed to. And the safety obviously is number one, but,
Excellent.
yeah, so there's some photos of our little babies. Yeah, very cute. And they got to the top. There were some that would, I
To the
can't
top?
do it.
Yeah?
I can't do it. And I'm like, yes, you can. When he would make one step, I'm afraid of heights. And I was like, okay, calm down.
Oh,
So,
they really did make it up.
yeah. So to see that, and the big kids, I'm like, come on, you're middle schoolers. You're
Aw.
kind of too big for that. But
Yeah.
even they got a kick out of it. They love seeing, their littles. That's
So,
the
okay,
things
why'd
on
you
there.
purchase a rock wall? I'm curious.
Well, my dad loved climbing, mountains, so this is something to remember him and
Oh,
honor
life
and
has-
legacy of him, a life of this.
I mean,
Oh, that's so
And
beautiful.
way of giving back to the community as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
Thank you
so
for
we
the-
hope to expand it. So thank you so much.
Thank you for the
And
time.
then
Thank
Kim,
you.
can you email Joanne the details of the days you invited the board members? So-
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Mr. Al-Gahim, and thank you, Ms. Ranowski, for doing that presentation. Allah yarhamkallah.
Thank you.
I mean, all right. Next up, we have board member discussion. So I'd like to start, Ms. Ranowski kind of opened it up for me. February is Black History Month, and so I just want to acknowledge that it is Black History Month, and Black history is American history. So happy Black History to Hamtramck, hello. Happy Black History Month to Hamtramck Public Schools. Any other discussion?
Yeah, just board discussion. We haven't started any voting, just
I'm gonna say, sorry what happened today at AC, for the staff, get gun put in their heads. Hope we work on this and make sure the safety of our staff, kids, and our community.
Thank you. Anyone else? Any other discussion? All right. Hearing none, let's move into resolution number 4, approval of consent. Do I have a motion? I heard Hall. Do I have a second?
Second,
Obeyed. Resolved that the Board of Ed approves the following items under the consent. We are striking our item B. That person is not with us, so it will be voting on A through H if you strike the Tau Beta music teacher. Does that make sense? Okay. How do you vote? Obeyed?
I'm sorry, strike which one?
B.
B?
So it's approving the special meeting minutes, a few hires, and a couple field trips.
Okay.
Thank you. Al-Gahim?
Aye.
Hedwin?
Nay.
Hall? And I, resolution
And I
passes.
would like to,
Yep,
add
resolution passes, 4 ayes, 1 nay.
to my nay, the reason is gonna be, lack of adequate time to review this agenda and do proper research from the board president and administrative assistant.
Thank you. Next up is audience participation related to board agenda items. We don't have any, so we're gonna move on. Resolution number 5, approval interim super. Do I have a motion? I heard Hall. Do I have a second? I'll second. Oh, do I hear you?
I'll second.
Thank you, yeah. Motion by Hall, seconded by Al-Gahim. Resolved, the Board of Ed does hereby approve Michael Williamson as the interim superintendent from Hamtramck Public Schools as per the contract to be negotiated effective February 9th, 2024. Do we have discussion?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
I was uninformed or unaware of who this person is, how it was found, what the process was. I did ask in multiple emails to be updated and informed, which were completely blocked and denied. So can you please explain where this person was found, who found him, what was the process of selecting him, and how was the board notified? Because I wasn't at all.
Sure. So, our superintendent went on leave and informed us the day her leave started. I reached out to MASB. They sent me a list of possible people who do interim work. The entire board got that email.
Which had 2 candidates. and
No,
this
it
was
did not. It had a PDF of 4 pages. Other board members, can you confirm that you got the PDF on that?
Yes.
I
Thank
did.
you.
I did.
Yep. So, we went through that list to see who would be available, given the time frame, given the distance. Michael Williamson ended up person who was available and it worked out. And we had a chance to meet him today.
And who was the board members that you spoke to make this decision?
I emailed everyone and said if there's someone on the list you would like me to review, let me know. And I got 2 people that responded.
Did you get board majority to make this decision?
You cannot make a decision outside of a public meeting, Mr. Hedwin.
Did you get board, you can individually ask for opinions, so this was
And-
made without board decision, correct? is all I need to know.
Board decision is happening right now.
Right, but this individual was selected without board member discussion
It's
completely because I
happening
did not get any
right
board member discussion,
now.
even though I requested.
Right now.
Right now, it's too late because you already made the selection, which you're not understanding.
Okay, any other questions?
You didn't answer my question.
I don't understand your question. I explained the process.
Who was responsible for hiring this person, and was board majority informed to get this person hired?
So the board is responsible for.
Did you get board majority is my question.
We are
It's a
doing
yes or no
that
question.
right now.
Did you get board majority to?
I
to
cannot
select this
answer
person?
that,
Yes, you can.
Sal. I cannot answer that.
Because you did not get board majority, correct?
You need to have that at open meetings, Sal.
This is an open meeting, and I'm asking you this question.
Yes.
Did you get board majority to make the decision that this is the person that the board wants to continue with as an interim
Are
superintendent?
you asking me to take the vote right now? Because I
No,
can't.
I'm asking you, who did you talk to on the board? Because I was not included.
You were included.
I was not included, and I have emails that show that.
Okay. So any other discussion?
So you still refuse to answer the
I
question.
don't know how to, Sal. Any other discussion?
You did not follow protocol, that's all. So no more.
Okay, thank you. How do you vote, Obaid?
Aye.
Elgahane?
Aye.
Hall? Hedwin?
Nay.
Aye, resolution passes 4 ayes, 1 nay, 2 absent. Would you like to leave a comment?
Yes, my comment is that this was done in what I believe and my thoughts, a violation of the Open Acts meeting, which I believe that this board specifically has done multiple times in these past couple of months, and this specific agenda proves it, in my opinion.
Okay, resolution number 6, awarding of bids to the HHS Windows Replacement Project. Do I have a motion? I heard Hall. Do I have a second?
Second.
I heard Obey. Resolve the Board of Ed does hereby Motion by Hall, seconded by Obey. Resolve that the Board of Education does hereby award the bid for Hamtramck High School window replacement project as follows. For Articles 1 through 3, you have aluminum windows with EGD glass and door. You have painting with Tom Fumari Painting, and you have roller shades with Shear Shop Inc. Prices are listed on the agenda. Project will also include allowances and other costs of $666,898 for a total project cost not to exceed $3,210,911. Projects will be funded with ESSER 3 funds. Jim, come on up for questions. Do we have any questions?
We have Mike Moran, EIA, and Frank Rewald here.
Perfect.
Any
Oh.
questions?
Come on up if we have any questions. Do we have any questions?
I don't have questions about this specifically, but is regarding the bids. We would like to get more information about all the bids that we get and how we been choosing these bids.
And so I think that's why I wanted us to have a study session, a committee meeting, to get updates from all these people at once when we want questions. But for this Windows projects, I understand we're using ESSER 3 funds. Will the projects be completed before those funds deadlines expire?
This project will, yes.
Yes. So this project, so the full 3 million, 3.2 and some change, well, no, some change.
And if I may, the good news is, I think you received an update of the dashboard. The original budget was $3.6 million for the program. I think Rewald did a phenomenal job getting a lot of bidders for this project. Came in about $3.2 million, so there's a little bit of savings there, but those would be expended by the September, November timeframes.
Got it. So this is all just for Hamtramck High, right? It doesn't include the community center?
Correct.
Okay. And the window painting and siding will help possibly with like temperature control. Will it get too hot, too cold? What are we thinking?
Absolutely. The window system is dual pane, thermal break, state-of-the-art window, far superior to what's in the building. We have single pane, aluminum framed windows that just let the cold air in.
Any other questions?
So when are these these projects supposed to start, and when are they supposed to end, like completed?
It'll be this summer. So we needed to have this board meeting today so we could get the materials ordered and delivered in time for when school's let out, that we'll start right then. They'll be doing some things over the course of the school year, measuring, that kind of stuff, but installation will happen over the summer.
Will they be completed before the next?
Yep.
Which why it was important to put on the agenda tonight, so again, we really do appreciate the board's flexibility, because again, I think the ordering of the material is the key, and then just sequentially phasing it and make sure we're getting done prior to the school.
Will this replace all the windows in the high school, or? Okay.
Does that include like the windows on the door? The windows on the doors?
No.
The windows, the doors, the entry doors are all to be left as they are.
Other questions?
And the painting, is that a painting inside the school as well?
We have to do work on the exterior wall, right, to replace the windows, so we're painting the one exterior wall of every classroom where the windows, or, whatever room the windows are replaced in, that wall gets painted.
So not the whole room, just where the windows.
Correct.
Any other discussion? All right, thank you, gentlemen, for all being here. How do you vote, Obey?
Aye.
Hedwig? Hall? Geheim?
Aye.
Aye, resolution passes. 4 ayes, 1 nay. Would you like to leave a comment?
Yes, same thing, lack of adequate time to review this and make sure the funds can be used elsewhere versus this is the appropriate funding, so same reason, the lack of getting the agenda prior to this meeting.
Thank you. Resolution number 7, approval of legal counsel. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
I heard Obey. Do I have a second? I heard Hall. Whereas when appointing legal counsel, the Board of Ed shall retain the attorneys to represent the district or board in all suits brought for or against the district and to render such other legal services as may be required for the welfare of the district. And whereas services of legal counsel shall be initiated only upon the call of the superintendent or designee or upon the call of the board president or a designee of the board when specifically authorized by the board or its president. And whereas the services of legal counsel play an important role in ensuring the success of the district in many aspects of both regular and special business, including but not limited to general ops, construction, contracting, real estate, negotiating, bonds, elections, millage, special ed, policies, and compliance. Therefore, be it resolved that the following firms are approved providers of the legal counsel to Hamtramck Public Schools: Frood for special ed, Clark Hill for special ed, Miller Canfield for financial and elections, Miller Johnson for HR in general. But be it further resolved that the superintendent is authorized to contract with other legal firms on a project basis for specialty services as required for general district operations. Do we have any discussion?
Yes.
Of course. Go.
Who is replacing our general counsel right now, George Butler? And
Um,
why is he being replaced?
So you are looking at the same resolution I'm looking at.
Is there a reason that we were replacing George? I'd like an explanation since he has been the attorney and the district counsel for this district for the longest. And I mean, I would like an explanation.
So you,
And who was behind this decision?
so we as the board,
No, we was not. I was uninformed and unaware of any of this, so let's not say we as the board when you feel it's convenient for you. Who was the person responsible for making this decision and who agreed with it? And this is all I would like to know.
okay, we as the board are responsible.
Once again, that is a false statement because I am a part of this board and I had no idea of any of this agenda. And I've stated it multiple times, so can you please stop saying we as a board?
I cannot answer your question then, so.
I
any
am
other
requesting
discussion?
this question,
Yes.
then you can't proceed.
Huh? You'd like, okay, move the previous question. Do I have a second?
No, you.
I heard a move the previous question. Do I have a second so we can vote on that first?
I'll second.
I heard Geheim. Okay, we are moving. Now there's a motion to move the previous question. How do you vote, Obey?
Aye.
Geheim.
Aye.
Hall. Hedwin.
Nay.
Ayash, aye. That passes. So now we are voting on resolution number 7, approval of legal counsel. How do you vote, Obey?
Well, so you're saying there's no more
How do you
talking?
vote, Obey?
So, am I not allowed to talk?
Geheim.
Aye.
Hall. Ayash, aye. How do you vote?
I don't vote because this is an intentional
Joanne,
malicious
can you
act by Ms. Ahmed, by Ms. Jihan Ayash, and does not want to answer any question.
4 ayes, 1 refusal to vote.
Joanne,
Resolution
with all due
passes.
respect, the resolution has not passed. You have not answered any of my questions. Is there a reason that you do
Resolution
not want to
number
answer
8,
these questions?
Approval of position. Do I have a motion?
No, we're not done, and I will not
Thank you. I
stop.
had Obey. Do I have a second?
Ms. Ayash,
Second.
I heard Geheim. Motion by Obey, seconded by Geheim. Resolve the Board of Ed does hereby approve the position of a PBIS RP aide at Taveta School for $15.60 per hour, maximum 24 hours a week, position funded through Title I funds. Do we have discussion?
I am
Hearing
still
none.
on resolution number 7.
Hearing none, how do you vote, Obey?
Aye.
Geheim.
Aye.
Hall. Hedwig. Ayash, aye. Resolution passes. 4 ayes, 1 refusal. Resolution number 9, approval of position. Do I have a motion? I heard Hall. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I heard Geheim. Resolved the Board of Ed does hereby approve the position of a behavior interventionist and autism specialist For Hamtramck Public Schools, annual salary between 90 to 95,000, position funded through IDEA flow-through. Do we have discussion? For my board colleagues, IDEA flow-through is special ed grant money. Do we have any discussion?
So it's a grant money?
It's grant money. Yep. Any other discussion?
And this person is going through all the schools.
Oh, good question. Jim, it says it's for the whole school. Is it gonna be one person? Or for the whole
It's
district?
for the district.
Did we put like a limit on their caseload possibly then?
I don't know that.
Ah,
So she's gonna need help.
yeah. We can, okay, we don't have that answer, but it is a helpful position. It is funded through special ed grants. How do you vote, Wade?
Aye.
Algaheim,
Aye.
Hall, Headwan.
I install resolution number 7.
Okay, aye, resolution passes 4 ayes and 1 refusal. Resolution number 10, approval of student athlete trips. Do I have a motion? I heard Hall.
Second.
Motion by Hall, seconded by Gahem. Approval of the athletic student trips, the Hamtramck High School boys basketball team to attend any remaining tournaments, classics, and the MHSAA finals for the 23-24 school year sports season. Coach DJ is here, I think. No. Okay, I was like, looking right at you, but I wasn't sure. Come on up, sorry. So for context, Coach DJ loves our kids, right? And he's been the boys basketball coach. And the boys basketball team has an opportunity to attend tournaments where college scouts will be at. But sometimes that field trip request would happen between our meetings, right? So as a way to like help him get our boys to college, right? One of the things he would like to do was kind of just have this blanket resolution just for this season, for the remaining of the season, that if there's a tournament that the boys can go to where there's a college scout, we would support them. Coach DJ, did I mess that up or?
Absolutely right.
Thank you. So does anyone have any questions for the coach?
I'm sorry, can you explain this resolution?
Yes. So certain field trips require board approval, right? And he wants to have the resolution language to read that for the rest of the 23-24 athletic season, which is coming up real soon, basketball athletic season, if there's an opportunity to take the boys to a tournament out in Kalamazoo or Traverse City or wherever, we let them do it. I don't have any reservations. You've been in the district as long as I've been around. You know, you've coached our boys for as long as I can remember. I don't have any.
I don't have no problem, but at least we know
Yes.
that we,
Yes,
just to be,
yes, I'll give you a heads up on everything way in advance. As soon as I get it, I will send it out to Ms. Joanne and to.
Thank you.
thank you very
And then
much.
Joanne, can you forward it to us? Okay, amazing. And then if you have any good news that a scout got one of our boys, we'd love to hear it.
Absolutely.
You know, we've been doing good the last couple of years. We
Yeah.
have, 2 young men playing nationally right now on TV.
Thank you for that.
Robert Davis, he's playing at UMass, and, Chuck Bailey, he's playing at Evansville right now. They're doing.
Congratulations to both
Yeah,
those boys, and thank you for sharing.
All right, thank you. I have a question for the board. One question, one quick question. Updates on pictures in the CC. Who would I talk to about that?
We just appointed an interim, so maybe.
I know something you've been trying to get addressed for a while, and it's been something that I have asked over and over to the board president, and nothing has been done.
Anyways, Coach DJ, you can start with the interim.
You're the athletic director now.
Yeah, you're the athletic director,
So,
go to your
but I
boss.
just didn't wanna, step on any toes and just go about doing it, but I have some great.
You'd probably be better off doing it yourself than trying to get this board to do anything for you.
Any questions to Coach DJ about this resolution?
Have fun, be safe.
Thank you, good luck, have fun, be safe. How do you vote, Obey?
Aye.
Headwan? Algaheim?
Aye.
Hall?
Aye.
Ayash, aye. Headwan again. Resolution passes 4 ayes, 1 refusal. Resolution number 11, acceptance of resignation. Do I have a motion?
I'll motion.
Oh, I heard Hall first. Who did I hear second? Algaheim? Okay, motion by Hall, second by Algaheim. Resolved that the Board of Ed does hereby accept the resignation of Abdul Malik Algaheim as the Board Treasurer effective immediately, and that Board Member Murtaza Obaid is hereby appointed as the Board Treasurer effective immediately. Do we have discussion?
Yes.
Yes.
Once again, who was the people responsible for this decision-making, since the whole board wasn't informed on this process or this decision? Number one. That's number two. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if somebody resigns, based on the conversation I had with MASB today, then the next election is when the new person would be elected based on the vote of the board. Seems like this is already done and taken place without anybody's knowledge, speaking of myself. So can you please explain how this had came to, and what the process was of doing it this route versus the route that usually it goes?
I'm gonna say it, and you're not gonna like it. We're making that decision right now as a board. That's the truth of it.
This decision is made way before because there was no nomination from the board for any position after a resignation, which is how it usually is ran. That's my question. So who made these decisions to have these people? My question is to you.
Right, so we're voting on it right now.
Right, but these names are already here, so how did that come about is my question.
Yes, so you know, because you made the amendment to the agenda, there was a resolution to remove you from the vice presidency that was coming up, but again, that's been.
That's not my question, that's the next resolution, we
No,
can get to
I'm
that. Can we
getting-
answer 11, because you're seeming frustrated because you know what the answer is and you just can't admit it.
Okay, are you gonna allow me to speak?
Go ahead.
Okay. So there was a resolution added for the removal of the vice president. The board members got the agenda, and my current vice
And
president.
when did
asked-
all the board members get this agenda, just so we can clarify some things?
I cannot answer more
Did
questions.
you get this
interrupt
agenda
me.
prior to yesterday, Ms. Hall? You did? Thank you.
Okay,
Yesterday we just got it.
Yeah, I got mine yesterday.
so
Yesterday when you started sending our emails.
I cannot
When I
explain
started, when I
everything.
requested it, right?
When you started sending our emails.
Can we move?
You would like to move the question, okay?
No, I would like it answered.
Mr.
Can I say something? I feel like this question wasn't asked when Elgin
It was
nominated.
asked, it was
Watson.
asked, it was asked, it was
So-
asked, and I was asked directly
I'm
to
just
her.
saying.
Thank you.
So, did I hear a motion to move the previous question?
You did not answer the question, how did the names and the decisions come to be about
Okay,
without
I
a
heard a
violation
motion
of
to
the Open
move the
Meeting Act,
previous
Ms.
question.
Ayash?
Do I have a second?
No, you're not answering the questions, did you violate the Open Meeting Act? By-
Okay, I heard Gahem second the motion to move a previous question. We're going to vote on that now. How do you vote, Hedwan? How do you vote, Obaid?
Aye.
How do you vote, Al-Gahem?
Aye.
How do you vote, Hall?
Aye.
And Ayash, aye. The motion to move the question has a majority vote. Now we're gonna get into resolution number 11, the acceptance of resignation. How do you vote, Obaid? Thank you, Al-Gahem.
Having no discussion for this one, because you don't wanna hear the discussion.
Hall. Hedwan.
I have a discussion I'd like to ask.
Ayash, aye.
So you're-
Resolution
okay.
passes 4 ayes and 1 refusal. Resolution number 12, acceptance of resignation. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
I heard Obaid. Do I have a second? Seconded by Hall. Resolved that the Board of Education does hereby accept the resignation of Salah Hedwan as Vice President effective immediately, and that member Abdelmalek El-Gahem is hereby appointed as the Board Vice President effective immediately. Do we have discussion?
Yes.
I am ready.
Same question as the previous one. And if you would not like to answer it, that is absolutely fine.
I cannot answer it.
You can answer it, but you're choosing not to.
All right.
So let's just get real.
Any other discussion? How do you vote, Obaid?
Aye.
Hall.
Aye.
El-Gahem.
Aye.
Hedwan.
Aye.
Ayash, aye. Resolution passes. 5 ayes, 2 absent. Resolution 13, board member censure. Do I have a motion? I heard Hall. Do I have a second? I second. Oh, go ahead. Motion by Hall, seconded by El-Gahem. Resolved, the Board of Ed does hereby censure member Regan Watson for failure to appear to board meetings since June of 2023 and the deliberate dereliction of duties as a board member. Do we have discussion?
Yes.
Yes.
So this was an option when you missed like 20 meetings, but that was a big community issue apparently. But now this is Ms. Watson, and Ms. Watson has been somebody who's been vocal and had her own opinions and did not agree with everything on this board and has been blackballed. I'm gonna finish, can I finish my conversation? And you have had personal vendetta to try to get her off the board. And I have sent an email to keep it professional on what those reasons were. And if the community would like to know the reasons why I stepped down as VP, I would gladly answer anybody's questions and inform them of all the things going on in this district, from the top to the bottom. We are here for the
We are
community and for the
discussing
students. I'm not done
resolution
talking.
13,
I'm
board
not done
member
talking.
censure.
Okay, I'll
Do
wait
you
till-
have any discussion about the
Yes,
specific
I do not agree
resolution
with
in front
this.
of you?
That's my discussion.
Thank you. Okay,
Can I, is that a discussion, is it just a comment? You know,
Yes.
Nothing against Ms. Wilson.
I agree.
Is just that we have a lot of business to take care of and we need to move on. There is a lot of discussion being enclosed and emails has to go to all the board member to make decision for a lot of cases, and we need to make sure these doesn't leaks out to public.
Any other discussion? How do you vote? Okay.
Aye.
Elgaham.
Aye.
Paul. Hedwan.
Nay.
Aye. Resolution passes 4 ayes, 1 nay. Would you like to leave a comment, Mr. Hedwan?
Yes, I feel like this was a targeted event.
Right, well,
Target is directly to somebody who doesn't agree with you, just like usual.
thank you so much. All right, on to audience participation. This portion of the agenda is for citizens to address any questions or comments to the board. The board will listen, take comments, and questions and advisement, and not respond at this time. The presiding office will refer questions to the superintendent or an observer for the research and response. Persons wishing to address the Board of Ed must complete audience participation form and submit it to me. Forms must be filled out completely to be accepted. First up, Tony Coral, come on up.
My name is Tony Coral, President of Hamtramck Federation of Teachers. In the last few board meetings, there have been spotty discussions about exit surveys. I explained at the last meeting that I urged the board to look at letters of resignation that have been submitted in detail as types of exit surveys. You have data. More importantly, the board needs to seek out and hear from current employees. In the fall of 2022, the board asked district leadership to create a culture and climate committee. That happened, and HFT was asked to submit names of members to sit on the committee. I asked our members to share this framework that you have for a framework for workplace mental health and well-being from the Surgeon General. I was using my teacher voice. At the end of April, the committee put together a survey and asked the superintendent for permission to send the survey out. And the survey was based on, the questions were based on the framework you have there in front of you, to the entire district. The request was sent twice, there was never a reply. At that point, the 3 unions decided to share the survey with members. Not a perfect solution, but better than nothing. That data went nowhere. I have the data, it's now obsolete, and I could email that to you if you want. The union also has recently asked members to share their dreams for the district, and I gladly share that with you. This meeting, I have to say this, I'm embarrassed.
Me too.
If the board is serious about wanting to know what staff is thinking and how to retain staff here, then we need to work together, truly together. That means the teachers are brought in on serious questions. That means your secretaries are brought in on serious questions. The paraeducators are brought in on serious questions, and that has not been happening. Are you really, truly ready to do that? Based on what I'm seeing, I have doubts. By the way, I actually agree with Mr. Hadwan about something tonight. The board should rescind the raise that the board gave itself in March. Matter of fact, I think it should go further. I think you should have no pay at all.
I agree.
And I had a request by
30
somebody in the
seconds.
room who is hard of hearing. Ms. Ayash, can you slow down, please? Because people with hearing impairments are having great difficulty understanding. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we have Vicki Smith. Come on up.
I'm waiting for my rock wall.
I'll work on
We don't
that.
even get rocks. Today was a rough day for our students and our staff, and and I'm exhausted. I'm going to share that with you. I did everything I could to keep our staff calm and our staff focused, but there's something I want to share with you. I've been here 4 years. I've dedicated my life to this district, my heart and soul, and it has not been easy. I'm aware that the district attorney has advised that I be fired. I am not going to be fired. I'm going to be here, and I'm going to speak honestly tonight because I do my job and go above and beyond that for the kids here in this district, which is really all I care about, and I'd really love to see that be the focus of the school board meetings. Responsibility for safety of staff. There were no safety protocols today. We were out there freelance. It's like the wild, wild west over there. Who's in charge? Nobody, that was not clear to me. I didn't know I was calling everybody before 8 o'clock. Nobody responded. Now, I understand that the district office personnel sometimes come later because they're going to be going to the school board meeting. But now I understand that. However, I will say as administrators, we don't come in later, we're here early, and the people are here, and the kids are here. This is not a DIY school district. We need protocols in place. Every time we get someone new, we have new protocols. It is really hard to be a leader at a school when we don't know what's coming top down, and everybody has their own agenda. We need to focus on the kids and get going with what we need to do, which are the children here and the staff here who are here no matter what's happening. Look at the people who are still here at almost 9 o'clock who will be back up and on the road about 5:30 to 6 o'clock. When is the last time that you, school board members, have been in the school as representatives of the school board? I'd like to know that. I'm used to seeing school board members there who know what's going on in the school district. I don't see that. I don't see people coming to the school, hey, how's it going, Vicki? I don't see that check-in from this school board, and I'm shocked by that. Because we're here, even without leadership, still doing our job. We don't need someone to come and check, are they doing their job? Yes, we are, and thank you for doing that. Is the staff still there? Absolutely. Busting it out for these kids. And so I have a question. We were talking about that. Since we're only having school board meetings half-time, will you be getting half the money? We can't even get people here. It's like, where's Waldo in the school board meetings? There absolutely should not be that. I'm aware that it's voluntary, but then we're volunteering to be here too because our clock day ended a whole lot earlier, yet we're here because we care about the kids. I want to make that very clear. Your laissez-faire form of leadership is not working.
30 seconds.
Thank you. We have multiple schools that are low performing. Our focus is on students' mastery. It is hard to get any momentum going when we are constantly getting new people. How much is the district spending on legal fees? You did nothing when you were asked for help, this board here, which is where many lawsuits came from. There was plenty of time to resolve the issues. I feel, and I am hopeful, that leadership can and should be better, student-focused, and supportive of staff. Parents and staff are counting on you. So I
Time.
thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next up is Josh Hamtramck. Josh Hamtramck.
Testing,
You gotta press it. There you go.
testing, testing. I can't. The cords are, let's do that. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for your time today. I'm here to talk to you about our school district safety. What happened today at ECE was incredibly concerning, but it was also incredibly revealing of the fact that our district has structural issues that could cost lives. When we're talking about what happened, when we're talking about what happened at other schools where tragedies do break out, time and time again we're seeing that those tragedies happen because seconds are wasted. Seconds are wasted, and then lives are lost. So it's really frustrating to be here putting myself on the line every day. At the time of what was happening at ECE, I was very close. I was walking to work, because I walk to work every day. I walk a mile from up Gallagher, down to Taubeta. And it is important that as we keep in mind that this is a structural issue, that we have to start at the root causes and the most vulnerable communities in this district. The first thing that I thought about when I heard about all of this happening today were about my Dickinson West peers in those portables, still unsolved. 6 years I've been here. 6 years I've been putting in the work for this district for your children, and there's nothing that has changed on that side of the table. That is unacceptable. It is negligent, and it holds you accountable for what happens because of that. So as we reflect today on the dangers that are present in our district because of our structural instability, those dangers you are liable for. We need to repair the damage that was done when we lost the building that Dickinson West used to be in
well before I was here. We need to start at the bottom
30 seconds.
where we have the biggest flaws and the biggest glaring inequities for certain populations of this school district. It is very, very important that you start acting like this is a job. We are not here to play games. We are not here to mess around. We're here to teach your children and hopefully survive the day.
Time. Thank you. Dial.
Reading board members and audience. On Wednesday, January 10th, during the meeting of truancy specialists in the district was discussed. I understand that educators, we don't want truancy involved. Communication and training for the community in this manner, how this can be implemented. It's not the student's fault if they are tardy or absent. If the parent needs, it is the parents that need to be accountable. Staff have contacted parents in the phone and Dojo Plus Parent Square. Home visits included in this communication, but some parents do not have working phone numbers. Home visits had some success, but not always. Parents should be educated in the importance on being tardy every day is a waste of instruction time. The students are the future leaders in America. Parents utilize Dojo and translate into primary language. Parents square as well. The leadership is not the principal. The leadership, not principals, should be the expectations set in this education and communication is very important to the success of our students. I'm asking for more communication and obviously parents with working phone numbers needs to be addressed. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Next up, Ibrahim Gaza. Come on up.
I'm Abraham Mazid, and I'm here to talk about what happened at ECE today. So at 7:26, you guys had an incident. Why wasn't the parents notified, and why wasn't the school closed down for the day? You guys don't have nobody in leadership. What's going on? This whole meeting is just dysfunctional today. What are we doing about special education?
I'll respond to public comment.
I can respond to whatever I want.
You can respond to whoever he wants to respond to.
I've tried to get your.
It's your time, Mr. Mezek.
I know it's my
I
time.
tried to get your concerns addressed many occasions, and I have many proofs, and nothing's been done effectively, in my opinion. And it continues because of lack of board support.
Yeah, just, there's a lot of things going on that are just a little bit.
You voted me in. I'm here for you.
I voted for everybody on here, and I'm very disappointed. You can't even make eye contact with me, and I don't know why you're doing that. All through your meeting, you're making these gestures and all these things, like, this is unprofessional. We're here for the kids, we're not here to play games. Just like that gentleman said, the safety of the kids, we're not here, if you guys got personal things, that's between you guys, it's nothing to do with the kids. If you guys can't do your job, then go, let somebody else take it that can actually do the job. You're wasting everybody's time, you're wasting the kids' time. There's kids that don't have time, and we're not gonna get into that today. We're gonna get into that next meeting, because what's happening is horrible. I still haven't got a plan for special education. You guys were already on the second, what is it, Miss Cobb. She's doing a great job so far, but we don't have a plan. What's the issue? Can somebody answer the question? No?
We can meet after, and I can
Nobody
speak
can
with
answer
you.
my question, okay. I mean, so what's the point of even coming to these meetings and
I
talking?
can speak with you after and answer some questions.
You know what? You guys are all a joke at this point, to be honest with you. Find somebody that can actually do the job.
All right, thank you. Next up is additional board discussion. We have 10 minutes. Do we have anything additional?
Yes, I do. I'm gonna just keep it very general. I have no business affiliations. I do not fear any threats from anybody about supporting one cause or another versus a business being affected. I don't have any political connections, so I don't care to have any kind of motivation to climb a ladder, I don't have anything but community love for my community. This is my community. I grew up in my community. You might have ran a couple of board members away, but I plan to stay here and continue my term because I am the voice of the community and I am here for the children at the end of the day. Thank you.
Any other board discussion? All right, resolution 14, meeting adjournment. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
I heard Hall and then Obaid. Resolved the regular meeting be adjourned at 8:47 p.m. How do you vote, Obaid?
Aye.
Gahain?
Aye.
Hall? Hedwin?
Nay.
Aye, resolution passes. Meeting adjourned at 8:47 p.m. or 8:48, no. Hall, what did I say? 8:47, thank you, bye.